Hey family, welcome back to another episode of Oh to Behold with your girl Camille Young. So glad to have you here with me on today. Look, y'all, you know how I do, baby. I dive in and dive right on out, honey, because people got things to do, including me. Okay, what's up, Holy Rollers? Glad to have you here with me on today. Look, y'all, I wanna talk to our single ladies. All the single ladies, all the single ladies. Yep, y'all know that song. Especially our single ladies that are, well, you know what? I was going to say 40 and above. I'm gonna go with 30 and above. I'm going to go with 30 and above because I was having a conversation not too long ago. And the person was expressing to me their desire for marriage. And, but then they were also sharing some of the reasons behind why they wanted to be married and some of the challenges personally that they were having. And I just started to think, and this person was under 40. But even as I think about myself in preparation for marriage and all of that, like, let's make sure that your motives are pure for wanting to be married. I did a video. I've been doing this now, 5 years. Where does the time go, y'all? Where does the time go? But I know it was probably within the first year of don't be afraid to walk away. I've talked about not being afraid of being lonely or being alone, because there's a difference between being lonely and being alone. But I really wanted to talk about this because even at this person's age, like, I was just thinking about some of the challenges that they are facing even now. They can't even manage their money well. Baby, you're not ready for marriage. You can't even manage your time well. You're not ready for marriage, okay? You can't even manage doing things by yourself. You're not ready for marriage, baby. Okay? And I'm only saying that, and I'm not making a joke or trying to be dismissive or any of those things, but it's more or less like, if you have not done your work on yourself, y'all, you're not ready for marriage. Point blank, period. And we wonder why the statistics continue to grow. And the percentages are so high of people who get married and get divorced. It's because most people are not ready for marriage. Again, it's not about being 100% ready, because nobody is 100% ready for marriage. And the reason I say that is because we're fallible beings. Nobody is perfect. Nobody will do anything perfectly, but you can absolutely set yourself up to be better ready for marriage, where you are secure in your finances, where you're secure in yourself, where you're secure in your spiritual foundation, where you don't have any relationships that you haven't healed from. And I'm not saying just because you've healed from them that you are in relationship with them. No, I am saying that you have healed from the wounds of a broken relationship and you are not walking in unforgiveness. Okay, I want to be very clear on that. But we talk about the being ready for marriage, like, you aren't even able to have hard conversations with people. You're not even ready to have, as I talk about in the book, look at your own ugly. Like, looking at the area and the places and the spaces where you can grow. You haven't done that part. You have to do those things if you are wanting to be married. I desire marriage 100%, but it has absolutely nothing to do with being lonely, needing somebody to help me with my bills, just wanting to have a man to feel like I'm meeting societal pressures, or to feel like be in a certain social status, or to meet somebody else's plan for my life. No, my desire for marriage is not wrapped around that, though, any of those things. I have my reasons, and if you want to ask me, I'll tell you. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I have done my work and continuing to do my work. And the more I do my work, the more secure I become, and the less it's about some of the superficial things that come with marriage. You know, people do it for aesthetics, so they can post on social media, so they can say they had a date, so they can say I have a boo thing, you know, so you don't have to actually deal with yourself. You're distracted by the relationship. But I always say, if you have not done your work, you are going, even if a good man comes to you, even if a good woman comes to you, you're going to mess it up, baby, because you have not done your internal work. Okay? So if you have not created disciplines in your life, even with your physical health, if you have not created those types of structures in your life, and as I mentioned before, got the strong spiritual foundation, internal foundations, you know, mental foundations, financial, relational, you know, family, all of those things, if you have not put those in place and knowing who you are, all of that, baby, you're not ready. You are not ready for marriage. Can you get married? Absolutely. Anybody can get married. I can get married. I believe I have a taker or two. If I was like, let's do it, you know, I'm interested, let's move forward. I believe I have a taker or two. But at the end of the day, not only is it about me, you know, doing the work that I need to do, it's also about the person that I want to marry. Have they done their work? Are they in a space to really be the mate that I need in my life? Okay? You know, I'm too old now to have the excuse. I didn't know. I ain't got no excuse to get it wrong at this age. Point blank, period. And you don't either. If you over the age of 40, if you have not done your work, it's your fault if you marry wrong. Because if you should, at the age of 40, baby, come on now. We can't be making the same excuses and doing some of the things that we did in our 20s and 30s. Okay, I give a lot of leeway for the 20-year-olds and a little leeway for the 30-year-olds. But when you get to hit 40 and above, baby, there is no excuse. Point blank, period. Okay. All right. So look, I just wanted to come on here and discuss this, because I had a conversation not so long ago about this, and I want to encourage you, do your work, do your internal work. And if you don't know what that means, go to otobehold.com and order your book so you can better understand what I mean by do your work. Okay? You gotta do your work, people. All right. Okay. Look, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Look, again, be sure to get your book. Come on, hit that thumbs up for me. Like, that's what like means, when you hit that thumbs up. Share it with others. Share it with a friend of yours that a single friend that thinks she's ready for marriage. Okay. You can share it actually with a married friend if you want, because a lot of them are married and living single, or married and still alone. So you can send it to them too. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I would just so greatly appreciate it, because guess what? It don't cost you a thing to do it. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. And as I always say, until next time, God bless.